Hello, everybody. This is Joseph Stoner of JoJo's Comics coming at you recorded. Yep, it's been a while. My comic books have been backing up and everything like that. So, let me go ahead and get this party started. I got the whole series of Shirtless Bear Fighter. I found a good copies and stuff, and bought the whole series. Got 1 through 5. Here's number 1, 2, 3. They're all in good shape. 4 and 5. So I got this series like 2 days ago, so I'm gonna check it out, read it. I've heard people say that it was a good read and everything, so it's probably looks like it's a comical thing, so it might be right up my alley. Even though I don't act like all that comical whenever I'm doing videos and stuff like that. I need to start getting a little more comical because I look at my stuff and I see people think I got probably a dry sense of humor or something like that, but no, not really. Shirtless Bear Fighter 1 through 5. I picked it up and going to check it out. Let's see here. Now this has been a couple of months ago since this book came out, but I'm putting it in here for this run. I got the whole run. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. So I got Amazing Spider-Man 795. I got 796, 797, and the big reveal 798. Also got the variant. Don't really like the variant. I think it's a cheesy cover. I don't really like the artwork, but I got it anyway. So then I got Batman White Knight number 7. I just like this one because of the Joker. I think even though I'm a Marvel guy, I do believe DC has the perfect villain. I think he is the best villain in comics, hands down. There's no really comparison. So, yeah, I got that just because of the Joker, because I'm a big Joker fan. Dark Knight's Metal number 6. I read the whole thing. I got 1 through 6. Then I got the tie-ins and all that stuff. So I might do a video of just the Dark Knight's Metal. If you read the whole thing, there's a couple of issues with it, with the storyline, because sometimes it can get confusing. So I go back and read it, one more time to make sure I read it right and everything. And then once I read it again and put everything together, yeah, you understand it then. But it was a nice series. I think it put, even though DC was Rebirth and all that stuff and everything, I think that this kind of helped DC along, put them back up there in sales and stuff. And so this is a good series. If you haven't got it, go ahead and collect it up and get it and read it and all that good stuff. True Believers, Wolverine versus the Hulk. I found this one at the LCS just laying there in the True Believer section, so I picked her up. One day I will have a 181. Don't know how, don't know when, don't know anything about how I'm going to get it, but I know I'm going to get it. So this right here, I'm going to pin this one on the wall or something like that to give me incentive to get one. True Believers number 1, Thanos, the first appearance of him. Also Drax. So I actually held one of these copies in my hands. I thought it was too busted up whenever I was looking at it. I got too critical with it, and then I put 2 and 2 together. It wasn't that bad for the price that they were asking, so I should have got it. Anyway, maybe later. True Believers, Thanos the first. And I got True Believers Thor versus Hulk. This is a reprint of the first time the Hulk and Thor actually fought. So I had to get this one, celebrating Kirby 100th. Venom Lethal Protector. True Believers. I got the actual couple of 2 or 3 of the actual copies of the Lethal Protector, but I like this copy better. This way this presents better because I didn't really care for the chrome stuff and everything, but I like the red spider webs in the background. That looks pretty cool. The Invincible Iron Man, 598 variant with the She-Hulk. I really like this one. Saw this one at the LCS, just laying there. Picked it up. Thanos. I need to start collecting this series because with the movie coming out and everything, and it's the fact that it's Thanos and stuff, I just need to go ahead and get #1 and start collecting all the way up through what I got. A couple of issues. I got like 12 or something like that, and just get everything else in between. So yeah, I need to start collecting this one. Ice Cream Man #2, second printing. I actually got the first printing around here somewhere, but this series right here is pretty dark and stuff, and I like it. I got 1 through 3 so far, and so far it's holding up pretty good. And yeah, I'm gonna continue collecting it until it gets stupid or something like that, or just gets boring or whatever, like some normally do. But if it keeps going strong, I'll keep collecting it. I like it. There's Ice Cream Man #3, first print. Then we got Shadow Man #1. I like that cover. Love that cover. Then they have the variant. I also love this cover too, with the skull glowing in the way it is and everything. So I had to get this one too. Then this one, just look, this is another series I'm gonna have to, like I said, with the Thanos thing, with the redneck thing, redneck comic #11. I'm gonna read this one to see if it's actually pretty decent. If it is, I'm gonna go ahead and start collecting it and get it, and go with this series. And once again, if it gets boring, I'll just taper off on it or what have you. But this looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna give it a read. If I like it, start collecting it, start getting them back issues. Now here's some silver stuff that I found. Doctor Strange 170. It looks good and everything. It's got some ticks right there, but it's got that right there, which kind of brings it down. But for the price that I paid, I'll take this type of book all day long for the price that I paid. It's got another one up there, but yeah, I didn't pay hardly anything for this thing. So now, I know that I showed this in my last video, but I wanted to show y'all something else. Look at my last video and compare it to this one. This Mylar, I put this one in Mylar. The sucker just pops. If you have some valuable comic books and you want to show them off and everything like that, I would suggest spending a little bit more and putting them in Mylar, because Mylar does make it pop. You can actually see where that smudge is, don't get me wrong. If it presents well, it's going to present all the bad flaws out just as much as the good stuff. So be prepared for that. But you'll like it. I was late to the Mylar thing. I heard everybody Mylar, so I decided to give it a shot. And yes, I'm gonna start buying Mylar. So no more bag and board for me. I'm gonna do Mylar. Then I got this bad boy right here. Sorry about the shakes. Got this bad boy right here. Same guy who I bought the Marvel Spotlight #2. I went back. He had this one on hold for me. I went ahead and gave him the money. Captain Marvel #1. It's got a few little dings right there. Other than that, oh, got one little thing right there. Other than that, it's in really, really, really good shape. Even the back is like really good. So yeah, I couldn't believe I found this, and for the price that I paid, I would have probably paid double on eBay or anywhere else for this book in this condition, because this is a really, I know I keep saying it, but I'm not really into grading and everything like that, but there's 2 books in this lot that I would, well, actually 3. I might do the werewolf, but this is definitely one that I would send off to get graded. And the next one is another one I would send off to get graded. I finally found one that I really like. Teen Titans 12, first appearance of Batman Who Laughs. That guy right there. But yeah, this one here is no ticks. Corners are tight. I would think this would be, this should be a 9.8. I, would be willing to, a 9.8 or 9.6. If it's 9.6, I'd be surprised. This one here is, but then again, I'm not a grader, so 9.8 to me, I think, because there is nothing, like I said, nothing wrong with this book. So, alrighty, I might do another video on my, Dark Nights Metal stuff. So, I'm out. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Remember, keep Jesus number 1. Love y'all. Bye.